Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We are discussing our topic of enzyme and book references are as follows. Inshallah, today we will discuss the enzymes in clinical diagnosis. Before discussing the role of enzyme in clinical diagnosis, we must have to understand the physiological presence of the enzyme in our blood plasma. So students, plasma enzymes can be classified into two major groups. Plasma enzymes, okay, the enzyme which are present in the our plasma. Otherwise, most of the time enzymes are present intracellular, as these are biological catalysts. These catalyze the reactions, and most of the reactions of the body is being performed within the cell, within the different compartments of the cell. So likely they don't have any function. Most of time they don't have any function extracellularly, means in the interstitium or in plasma. So firstly, a relatively small group of enzymes are actively secreted into the blood by certain cell types, are actively secreted. A small group. Why actively secreted? Because they have some physiological function within the plasma. Like liver cells secretes zymogens are inactive precursor of the enzymes involved in the blood coagulation. They have physiological role in the plasma. While the second group, they don't have any physiological role in the plasma. No physiological role. But why they are present in the plasma? Because large number of enzyme species are released from the cell during the normal cell turnover. During the normal turnover process of our body. Our body get rid of many cells on the daily basis, like RBCs, like our GIT cells, our skin cells, and during this process, by the process of apoptosis, and during this process, it creates many intracellular enzyme in the plasma. Okay, but in a healthy individuals, the level of these enzymes are fairly constant and they attain a steady state. How they attain a steady state? Because the rate of release from the damaged cells into the plasma is balanced by the equal rate of removal of the enzyme proteins from the plasma. The rate of release is equal to the rate of removal from the plasma. So in healthy persons, the level of these enzymes in plasma remain at a basal rate. But what happens in disease? Their level increases. Why? Because in a normal cell turnover, only a few enzymes comes in plasma, while in a disease process, there are many cells which are being damaged, like in inflammation or in cancer or in physical trauma. Many cells damage, and most of their intracellular enzymes comes in the plasma, so their level increases. Increased plasma level of these enzymes may indicate tissue damage. Thus, from the increased plasma level of these enzymes, we can predict that there must be some tissue damage. There must be some tissue damage or cellular damage from which there is increased level of these enzymes in the plasma. Now, as we have discussed the physiological role of enzymes in the plasma, now we come to our main topic, which is clinical role of enzyme in our diagnosis. Okay, the alteration of plasma enzyme level in disease states. Many diseases that causes the tissue damage result in increased release of intracellular enzyme into the plasma, like diseases of the heart, liver diseases, skeletal muscle diseases, and many other diseases like cancers. So the level of specific enzyme activity in the plasma frequently correlates with the extent of tissue damage. Plasma enzymes as a diagnostic tools, so we can use these rise in the plasma level of enzyme as a diagnostic tools. Some enzymes show relatively high activity in only one or few tissues. Some enzymes are particularly abundant in some specific cells than in a tissue than in an organ. For example, the enzyme alanine aminotransferases, which is ALT, is abundant in the liver. So whenever there is an increase in the ALT level, we can assess that there must be a liver damage. But on the other hand, some enzymes are present in multiple tissues. So their rise in the plasma have no specific indication of any cellular injury. Okay, the concept of an isoenzyme. Isoenzymes are enzymes that catalyze the same reaction. Isozymes may have different physical properties because of genetically determined differences in their amino acid sequence. They may have different chemical structure or physical structure, but they catalyze a same reaction. That's why they called isoenzyme. Okay, isoenzyme may contain different number of charged amino acids and separated from each other by electrophoresis at different levels. Due to the different charged amino acids, they in electrophoresis they attain at different levels in the electrophoresis. Okay, that is the electrophoresis plate. We take the example of creatine kinase. Creatine kinase have 3 isoenzymes. Each isoenzyme has a dimer composed of 2 polypeptides called B and M subunits. B and M subunits and 3 isoenzymes CK1, CK2 and CK3. CK1 we also call it BB, CKBB. CK2 we can also call it CKMB and CK3 we can also call it CKMM. Each CK isozyme show a characteristic electrophoretic mobility. Due to different charge amino acids, when they are allowed to run from cathodes to anode, they attain a different levels in electrophoresis. Like you can assess from these peaks. Okay, isozymes and diseases of heart. The pattern of isozymes found in the plasma serve as a means of identifying the site of tissue damage. For example, plasma level of creatine kinase are commonly determined in the diagnosis of MI, myocardial infarction. They are particularly useful when the electrocardiogram ECG is difficult to interpret. they are particularly useful when we don't have much support from the ECG. So our enzyme level determine our treatment plan. Different organs frequently contain characteristic proportions of different isoenzymes like CK creatine kinase isoform of BB is mostly abundant in brain. B stand for brain. And CKMM, they are mostly present in skeletal muscle, while the CKMB isoform is mostly present in the cardiac muscle. So whenever there is increase in the CKMB isoform, we can assess that it will be arising from the cardiac muscles. Whenever there is increase in the CKMM isoform of the CK enzyme, we can assess that it is arising from the skeletal muscle injury, any accidental or any trauma. Whenever there is increase in the CKBB isoform of the CK, we can assess that it is arising from any brain injury like encephalitis. Okay, we are particularly discussing here the myocardial infarction. Following an acute MI, this isozyme appears approximately 4 to 8 hours following the onset of chest pain, reaches a peak activity at 24 hours, and returns to baseline after 48 to 72 hours. Before 4 hours, it is not of particular importance if we ask for the level of CKMB. It will start rising from 4 to 8 hours, will reach at peak activity within the 24 hours within 1 day, and will disappear from the plasma and comes to its basal level after the 72 hours. Along with the cardiac enzyme, we take the help of cardiac proteins. TROP-T or troponin T and troponin I are regulatory proteins involved in the myocardial contractility. They are released into plasma in response to cardiac damage, which is myocardial infarction. TROP-I is highly sensitive and specific for the damage of cardiac tissue. Troponin I appears in the plasma within 4 to 6 hours of MI, myocardial infarction. Peaks appears at 8 to 24 hours and remains elevated almost 3 to 5 or 3 to 10 days. Cardiac troponin representing by the blue line and CKMB represented by the green line. After the onset of MI, myocardial infarction or cardiac damage, cardiac cells damage, their levels which are present intracellularly, they comes extracellularly in the plasma, and their levels start increasing after the 4 to 6 hours and will disappear after 3 to 10 days, and this CKMB will disappear after 72 hours. There are other uses of clinical diagnostic uses of enzymes. Enzymes facilitate the diagnosis of genetic and infectious diseases. Enzymes are helpful in medical application of the polymerase chain reaction, which is called PCR. We have studied it in our technology sections. Okay, there is a table very important table regarding the SCQ or your Viva question point of view or even MCQ point of view in the Harper. Serum enzyme like aminotransferases AST and SGOT and ALT, their level increases in the myocardial infarction and viral hepatitis. Amylase level increase in the acute pancreatitis. These are biomarkers of their diseases of organ. Ceruloplasmin hepatocellular degeneration like Wilson disease, CK, creatine kinase, muscle disorders and myocardial infarction, lactate dehydrogenase, liver disease, lipases, acute pancreatitis, glucocerebrosidase, Gaucher disease, phosphatases are alkaline isozyme, various bone diseases and obstructive liver diseases. This is a table present in Harper and it's very important for your SCQ, OSPE and MCQ point of view. We ask there may be a UQ from the university question that explain the biomarkers of the different diseases. Our biomarker of the Wilson disease or acute pancreatitis, you must have to write lipases in case of acute pancreatitis, or in case of Wilson disease you must have to write the ceruloplasmin. Okay, here we end our journey of our topic of enzyme. We started from the definition of enzyme and its nomenclature, its classification, then the description of coenzyme, then the enzyme properties, then the chemistry of enzyme substrate complex, in which we discuss the different models, the different mechanism of enzyme catalysis, and we also described the or explained the graphical explanation of mechanism of action of enzymes. Then we discussed the different factors affecting the enzyme velocity. We discussed the enzyme kinetics in 3 lectures, in which we discussed the Michaelis-Menten equation and Lineweaver-Burke plot and different Vx and Km values. Enzyme inhibitors, in which we discuss the competitor or non-competitor or reversible irreversible inhibitors of the enzymes, regulation of enzymes, isozymes and clinical role of enzymes. After discussing the complete detail of enzymes, we again come to the point from where we started. Okay, now you can understand and you should remember the understanding of your enzymes biochemistry. Try to apply and analyze different physiological factor of enzyme, like in your digestive physiology or in your blood physiology. You can apply and analyze and evaluate the role of enzyme in your different physiological aspects of your body, and creating one of you can create the drug for the corona virus and which can inhibit its growth. No one knows. Okay, in the end, thank you for listening and best of luck and enjoy your Ramzan. Goodbye.